Enable notifications by ringing the bell.
So we've seen films that deal with like futuristic enhancements, right?
What, like transhumanism?
Kind of. Also, films like Elysium.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, where Matt Damon had that exoskeleton attached onto him, and Charlton Copley did his damnedest to try and kill him.
The movie that was in first person. What was that? Where
Hardcore Henry.
Yes.
Hardcore Henry, which
Yep.
I unfortunately had not seen. Caleb saw it. He said that it was insane.
And like, if Caleb feels strongly enough about it to give it, you know,
if the Terminator liked
liked it,
If the
you know it's
Terminator
got to be
emotes.
good.
Speaking of Terminator, I mean, they had some. Well, I guess they weren't human enhancements, but
I mean, you know.
well, I guess in the one Terminator, he was a robot that looked like a human that was human at one point.
of course they did do Salvation, where they did have a human hybrid.
Based Terminator.
Yeah, except that, you know, his heart and his brain were still human, whereas the rest of him was machine.
Yeah.
Technically, I guess that could have been human enhancement.
I think so too. Well, it depends. Well, it depends.
Robotics enhancement.
Well, I mean, also
go
there's
ahead.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yes.
Well, by that point, you really have to discuss when does it stop being called cybernetic enhancement and just cybernetic full replacement of the human.
The Singularity.
Yeah, the singularity.
Yeah.
Whereas
Johansson just have also another movie that came out recently where she was
Lucy,
yes.
which is a wreck, which is a wreck of a film.
Still, I mean that's the same principle.
I love that in the trailer for Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, they're like, from the director of The Fifth Element, and Lucy. Aww. It's just like, why would you mention that?
Well, you see, the problem with Valerian is that they tried to tell too much story in one film. You see, Valerian, they should have told the first. They should have separated into 3 films and done like the meeting of Valerian and Laureline, because most people outside of France don't know about Valerian and Laureline.
Wasn't that like a comic that ran for decades?
Yeah, it ran for almost 50 years.
Yeah.
And
I think
it changed, and it changed as society changed as well.
So
because
it's like,
Laureline in the beginning was like a side character / damsel, and then when the second wave of feminism rolled around, all of a sudden she was more capable.
They kept swapping back and forth.
Yeah, and Valerian and Laureline, and like Valerian, like at one point became like a do-gooder dumb shit, because he was just like, I'm gonna do this for the greater good. Oh God, I just failed the mission because I'm too busy sitting here talking about how great I am.
Final installment 2010. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, wait. It was in publication up till March 2018.
Yeah. Well, it was in publication, but they stopped writing stories at 2010.
Yeah.
But you see, outside of France, not a lot of people know about it. And if you want to introduce a new audience, a worldwide audience, you have to go through the introductory arc, because it's not like going through Spider-Man where people have seen it 1,000 times already and know with great power comes great response. Yeah, shut up. We know, Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Just die already so he can become Spider-Man. Okay.
And then you can make rice.
Yeah, exactly.
No. As much as I've gotten the Uncle Ben joke, I feel like I have that right.
No, you have that full right.
Also,
I agree.
Fun fact, I met Heather's daughter yesterday.
That's right.
And when she found out that my name was Ben, her immediate reaction was, Ben 10! And I'm like, yes.
Okay.
I've heard that one multiple times. Please stop bringing it
up.
up.
Ben Tennyson.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to point out Skylar is precious.
Well, the movies sucked, whereas the TV series were actually pretty good.
They've done like a reboot now, and it's apparently not great.
No, it's not the best.
It's a reboot.
It's not the best. Look, I get it. You're trying to continue the story, but you have to move on from Ben eventually, because he's going to grow up and he's going to die. So,
well, I mean, like
why not move on to the
they've
next
done
generation?
like future shifted stories. So
yeah, you've seen Ben as an adult.
Yeah.
But honestly,
and his son,
yeah.
Ken?
10?
I
don't remember.
I think it was Ken. I don't know.
Anyway,
I fell down that Wikipedia rabbit hole at one point.
Anyway, we've seen films about cybernetic. We've seen films about cybernetic enhancement. We've seen films rushed into production that don't do a good job of telling a story. Case in point, that one Johnny Depp movie where he got shot with a poisoned bullet, and even if they could extract the bullet and, get him proper medical treatment, he'd still die, and thus they decided, oh, hey, let's put Johnny Depp's brain in a computer. No, bad idea. Bad idea. And next thing you know, he starts to take over the world.
Your first mistake was making a film with Johnny Depp.
Okay, fair enough. So
Your second mistake was making a film with Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Set computer CaptainJackSparrow.exe has stopped responding.
And then all of a sudden
You're-
it's like Edward Scissorhands exe has just said snip snip.
Your third mistake was attempting to let him import animals to Australia. Just okay.
Why?
It was 2 dogs that they were trying to smuggle in.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Come on, Johnny, be smarter than that. This
Oh,
Australia.
he would if he could, but
No, this is Australia, bro. This is the I mean honestly, the mosquitoes can kill you.
this is the most poisonous landmass.
In the world. Yes.
Thanks, Clarkson.
All right. So anyway, there was a film that got greenlit a while back called Upgrade, and it is directed and written by Leigh Whannell, the director of the first Saw movie, and pretty much understudy to James Wan, the original director of the Saw movies. And Leigh Whannell has gone on to say that this is sort of his love letter to gore sci-fi, to full on, full-blooded prosthetic, prosthetic, no CGI, like just visceral sci-fi. Case in point, Running Man. Case in point, Total Recall. Case in point, stuff like that. Classic
Demolition Man.
Yeah, case in point, stuff like that.
Oh boy.
And you see, he wanted to
dear.
limit the amount of CG in this and wanted to go full prosthesis and just go visceral with this shit. And honestly, I've heard reactions to this, and it looks like it's going to be crazy.
Isn't it kind of a conflict of interest for you to have heard reactions being on a reaction channel?
Well, honestly, it's kind of hard to avoid whenever you're trying to look up stuff to
I
react
know. I
to,
gotcha.
and then all of a sudden it's just like crazy, awesome, amazing.
It's just motivation for him to react hard.
I'm almost waiting for you to be like,
React
in
to
Ghostbusters
Electric
when you
Boogaloo.
cross
React
streams.
hard.
Oh God.
But has anybody, speaking of Demolition Man, I just have to know, has anybody ever it's kind of gross, but have ever wondered how the 3 sheets?
Oh no, this has been like a running theory for a very long time.
I'm sure there are a bunch
and
of
I
Reddit
think,
posts about it.
like the most commonly accepted one is you use one to scrape,
Ow.
and the other 2 together to grab any that's sticking out.
That's horrible, like some poo castanets.
Well, actually,
Yep.
actually for
like a
me,
little crab hand.
actually for me, I could see like the seashells
No,
flipping up.
no, sir.
Like one of the seashells flips up, activates a sprayer.
I thought it was like a bidet or
So-
something.
yeah.
You touch it and
Yeah,
Nope.
that's same thing here.
I always thought scrape once,
like a fancy
scrape
Japanese
twice
toilet.
to get leftovers, and scrape a third time for
Like one
For
was
good
like
measure.
for good measure, for no streaks.
cold
Yeah.
bidet, warm
Like,
bidet,
even now,
blow dryer.
Even
Yeah.
now, whenever Sandra Bullock's on the red carpet, you know what she's asked? What about the three? What's about the 3
seashells.
Okay,
seashells?
no. The writer of the film explained the 3 seashells.
Oh shit!
And I'm
Literally.
pulling it up. I'm pulling it up now. I won't tell you the actual secret, but I'll tell you where it came from. There's a scene where Stallone has to use a restroom. I'm trying to come up with futuristic things you'd find in there. I was having trouble, so I called my buddy, another screenwriter across town, asked him if he had any ideas. Ironically enough, that guy was taking a dump when he answered the phone, looked around his bathroom and said, "I have a bag of seashells on my toilet as a decoration." I said, "Okay, I'll make something out of that." Apparently, the whole Egyptian theater went crazy. It was amazing. This was at the 25th anniversary.
It's awesome.
I never answer the phone while I'm taking a dump.
I have.
I can't say that.
I have. I did. Okay, you want to know the interesting thing? I answered my phone whilst I was in the midst of a dump, and it was my dad.
You never know where
And-
something's just going to come rushing out and just surprise you.
No,
and
I know.
just-
Well, that's why I
God
always lock the
forbid you
door.
have,
That's why I
the-
always lock the door.
The drop of water that miraculously
The
comes up.
the witch's kiss.
But actually, my dad called me and he asked me where I was at, and I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. He's like, "Are you pooping?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's just like, "I get you, son. You need me to call back?" I'm like, "No, Pop, I'm good." He's like, "Oh, you passed the straining?" I think.
Okay. But anyway,
All right. So
back to
anyway,
this.
this film, Upgrade.
Video starts at
Blah, blah, blah.
Who gives a shit?
Video
The video
starts
starts
at-
at 0,
Video
0,
starts
0.
at 9 minutes and such and
The
such.
video starts when I say it starts.
All right. So let's get the video on screen and let's give
When
it a
does
watch.
it start?
Right now.
All right.
Right freaking now.
You
man.
heard it, folks. Zach has spoken.
Here we go.
As a quadriplegic, it must be frustrating for you, someone who likes to get things done with their hands.
Sick cars, bro.
Here's the thing. 4 guys murdered my wife. If I could find these men, I'd do it.
What if I told you I could offer you something that would enable you to walk again? I call it STEM, a computer chip that has the potential to change everything.
Okay.
It's a new, better brain.
I am STEM, the system operating your body for you.
Huh.
Can anybody else hear you?
No, only you. May I point something out? In the drone surveillance footage.
Oh.
Sir Bradner, Marine Corps, address 414 Citrus, New Ground.
Oh.
Plan.
I got this.
This doesn't seem like a well thought out plan.
No, it's not. Oh shit.
I need your permission to operate independently.
Permission granted!
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit. Oh damn.
Stay down, man. Stam, he's got a knife!
I see that. We have a knife too.
Oh!
Woo! Control again, Greg.
Sweet God.
Yes!
You are involved in this somehow, then you need to let me know.
Well, I was in the
Hey,
area,
Sonny Martin Green.
There's a gun implanted
think.
inside his hand.
Did he just cock his? Yeah, he sure
Holy
did.
crap!
That's awesome.
Well,
A shotgun arm prosthetic.
yeah, all right.
You are persistent.
Holy
I
shit!
cannot allow us to be killed.
Oh,
Shit!
We started.
You didn't know that I'm a fucking ninja.
While I am state of the art, I am not a ninja.
Oh God,
God
this
have
makes
mercy.
me happy.
Okay.
That was fantastic.
Okay.
That does look pretty darn cool.
Holy shit!
wow.
Oh man, I can die
Yes!
I
now.
mean,
Well, no, I can't die till June 1st.
There were some very interesting cinematography techniques done in that fight scene. Like, for example, he just bounces up, and he stays
The camera,
Yeah.
normal. The camera moves, and you're like,
Yeah.
ooh.
That's James Wan. That's a James
Ooh.
Wan. That's a James Wan film.
I
Technique.
liked that.
Yeah, the tracking shot, like the insta tracking shot, like that. Like you see, you have tracking shots that like stays like stationary on the target, but whenever it's like odd movements, like from floor
Yeah.
from floor to standing, or from like running on the wall, like
Yeah.
The Matrix tried to do that, but they couldn't get a camera that like spun evenly like that.
Like the pan around the person as something crazy is happening. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But I like that better.
Yeah, I do too, because I love inventive angles. Like, I know there's going to be people in the comment section down below saying, oh, so-and-so did it first, so-and-so did it here.
And it's like, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's a really cool trick.
Yeah. I love the techniques that directors implement that honestly work as shots. Like, never stop trying to come up with new shots. That's just like one of the more basic shots that I think showed the chaos of a battle, like a battleground, was like in what's the name of that? City of God. In City of God, the very beginning of the film, like the character, it's a first person view, and the character is like getting up off the ground, and like everything's like going all to hell around him, and he's just trying to escape.
That's really cool.
And it's really nice. And the filmmaker who came up with it said that he did it because he found himself in that situation, and he wanted to. That's his lady. That's Zach's
the boss.
wife.
Yeah, that's
the boss. That's the boss.
Um,
But you see, he did that because he wanted to show like his like pure chaos that he actually went through when he was in that same situation.
Well, so another thing I really like is, so clearly, the body is under different control. So, he's just like, ooh, as he's just like, pick up
Doing
plate,
this stuff.
smash, pick up plate, smash. and he's just like,
as he watches the glass embed in the guy's skin.
and he's like, oh,
Oh God!
stay
Don't
down,
get up,
man.
Don't get up.
Stay down. Grabs a knife. He's got a knife. We have a knife too. Stab.
It's
What the
It's
fuck?
like slice the tendon under the armpit, stab and shoulder blade, go forward, grab his knife, and then pretty much give him a Chelsea grin.
You want to know how I got these scars? Yeah, yes, correct. But the fight sequences look faster, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at essentially a computer system that is going to be calculating very rapidly the most efficient way to handle a problem.
Well, yeah, I mean it's got a human body.
Yeah, so
And
it's
the limitations of the. Oh, go ahead.
So you're looking at like efficiency of movement.
Yes.
There is no potential to showboat.
No.
There's no wasted motion.
Mm-mm.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you see, getting those movements, just like making it to where it is the most efficient, and it is possible with the human body, because there's things that a computer can think of to do that a human body is limited in. Like flexibility, and like that he'll have to get used to the flexibility of that. It's just like I did not know you had a supposed hitchhiker's thumb.
Yeah,
that could be useful in combat.
But
how could that be useful in combat? I can think of 1,000 ways that could be useful in combat. Exactly, and it's just
it's like, please don't tell me. Just do it whenever.
Just execute it whenever necessary. Very well.
I mean, that's really cool. And also, I'm wondering if we're going to get into the angle of.
Sorry about that. Common household problems. Fire alarm or a smoke alarm was beeping and driving my wife crazy. She was wanting to fix it.
Oh, those are the worst, man.
Yeah.
So
I had
straight
that
up.
same problem. I just took it down.
Oh, that works too.
That'll do. But yeah, no, we were just talking about like the way some of the fight choreography is being done, like the efficiency of the movements.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're fighting a computer essentially.
Yeah.
That's
So
great. I love that. I think my favorite part of the whole trailer was after he's kicking this dude's ass in the kitchen. He's just looking around while his body is kicking ass. He's just like, what the hell is going on?
And he's
Smash.
just like,
what the?
oh,
no,
smash.
Oh my god,
oh,
no.
Oh god.
It's like, stop.
I love that.
He goes, stay down, man.
Just the disconnect between his head and the rest of him.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
God,
it made me think
so
of
funny.
It made me think of James McAvoy in Wanted, where he's like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah,
just
going
killing
over,
people.
Just in the Mustang, going over top of the guy in the limousine, like, sorry.
Where before it was like he would always say, "Oh, I'm sorry," because he was like, being meek, and then that became like his catchphrase of like, "I'm sorry."
The apologetic assassin.
Sorry.
It's fine.
A cold-blooded Canadian killer.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Like all of a sudden, hey,
Sorry.
welcome to Canada.
Just
Hey, welcome
between
to
me and you, have you seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down yet?
This one?
Yep.
No, have not.
You have to watch that one day.
Okay, we'll give it a watch.
Ooh.
Actually, we could give that a watch because I don't think Heather's aware of that one.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So yeah,
do
we'll
that.
just-
We'll
just
do that
turn
next.
That one up
I'm
next.
fine with that.
So okay, so everybody out there who is excited for this film, let us know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to leave a like. Likes help out the channel a lot, guys. It really does. Also, if you are interested in signing up on our Patreon, where we post these videos early, if you're watching this right now, it's probably been posted on Patreon maybe a day or so early. We have our videos usually up to a week early. Like, there's some videos actually on there. It's been like 2 weeks. I still haven't released yet because we're doing it in a schedule.
Haven't had to, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to check that out, feel free. And yeah, I guess that's gonna do it. And signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Zach.
I'm Ben.
Micah.
And Chico is just sort of like cuddled up between me and
Yeah,
Micah.
you can't really see him.
It's precious.
I can't put my leg down because I'd squish him, but you can't really see him.
Like
because of my-
his nose is just like in under.
He's seriously like,
And he's just like, this is good.
He's
I
buried.
I am safe and warm.
Well, yeah,
This
he's
is fine.
between two warm human beings.
I
He's
mean,
happy.
he's not trying to bite me, so we're cool.
Yeah, it's totally chill.
Just stay right there.
All
Yep.
right. Well, everybody, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.